Hi kiddos, tell me the music rules. M, make good choices. U, use kind words. S, show respect. I, involve yourself. C, care. Today, what does that spell? Music! Today we're going to be talking about, drum roll please, marching band. All right, some of you have seen this picture already in class. Can you find Mrs. Peterson in the photo? Let me zoom in a little bit for you. There is Mrs. Peterson. I had to have a very serious face because we were having a serious face for this photo. This was in high school and I was on the drum line. I actually played cymbals in high school and I did cymbals in college and I also did other drums in college too. So in the drum line, we also have the bass drums. We have the tenor drums. We have the cymbals. And behind the cymbals there, we have the snare drums. All right. Other marching bands might have other instruments. Here are some fun photos to look at. This is actually Mrs. Milano when she was in high school. She played the clarinet. So she was in the woodwind section. This was when I was in college. And I played the snare drum. I played all of the percussion instruments actually. And we were a small college, so we did not have a pit. The pit is the part of the marching band that's at the front of the field. They don't always have one of these, but sometimes they do. And they are playing instruments like the cymbals. They're playing things like timpani and different sounds that you might hear in the songs. So they play marimbas and xylophones and a lot of fun things as well. But they are not in the marching part. They are standing to the side in a group. All right. These are photos of me in college and in high school too. Notice how my uniform is different, but there are some similarities too. Same thing with my mom. There are a couple sousaphones next to me in this picture. It's kind of neat. All right. Marching band. This definition comes from the Oxford Languages Dictionary. Marching band is a noun, a group of musicians who play instruments while marching, typically in a parade or at a sports event. Here's an example of a sentence with marching band. She played sousaphone in her high school marching band. These are some examples of the instruments that you might see in the marching band. And this is a fun little cartoon. And there's even a flag team or a color guard in this marching band. I also did color guard in high school. I tried it out. Had to learn different flag routines. And they use different props as well. It's pretty fun. All right, in marching band, there are different sections, just like we've talked about. There are orchestra families. In marching band, there are different sections. There's the percussion, the color guard, the high brass, and the low brass. There are the woodwinds. Sometimes there's a pit. And then the leaders of the band, there are drum majors, or one drum major, and then the band director. Each of these sections have different instruments. Some of them compare to the orchestra families that we've talked about. All right, there's a lot to see in this photo. I thought it was something fun to share with you. So I will attach it onto your assignment so you can look at it more closely. It talks about the different sections in the marching band, what you do during marching season. There's the color guard. There is the pit down here in the front. They stand next to the director or next to the drum major. And then it even talks about the uniform that they might have to wear. All right, marching formations. When I was in high school and college, we also did marching formations. There are even drum and bugle corps that operate after college. So you could be part of that, I think, maybe even starting at age 14. So starting in high school. One of my nephews, was in a big one that did national tours and were in competitions and everything. It was a pretty big deal. Okay, so back to marching formations. When I was in school, our band director would hand us a piece of paper that looked something like this. It looks kind of weird, right? But what it is it tells you where your position is on the field. So you would have a specific job. You would know which spot you were here in the formation. And then it tells you these are the markings for the football field. Okay. So that would tell you where you're going to stand for that formation. And then you turn the page and it might change. So it's rotating, it's moving. So you can do different forms for the show. This one's a car. This one, it looks like an arrow. And then there's some swirly lines. So you have to practice a lot to come up with these forms to make them look like the picture. And usually the band director comes up with these forms, and then they will give them out to the band to learn. And then you're practicing and practicing so hard with these, and then you have to add the music on top of that. So it's a great challenge. I had a lot of fun with it. And then there's also band camp before the season starts, so that you can be learning these things ahead of time. And then you would compete against other bands with your show. All right, and then I have some examples that I'm going to be showing you in the lesson. Have fun and check out marching bands. Ciao for now.